Hey, what is going on guys? My name is EndingGamertag and I'm back for your daily Fortnite video. Now in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys basically the new meta for editing, or basically how you can edit twice as fast. Now if you guys going to enjoy today's video or find it helpful, a like would be very much appreciated. On the contrary, if you genuinely dislike today's video, then by all means feel free to leave a dislike. And if you're new around here and would like to see more daily Fortnite content like this in the future, then feel free to subscribe as well as turning on those post notifications. With that out of the way, let's hop right into the video. Now again, as I mentioned, today's video is going to revolve around, I guess what you could consider to be a new meta in terms of editing. What this does is it allows us to edit, to be honest, realistically about twice as fast, if not 3 times as fast. And I'll share with you guys examples and gameplay at some point in today's video with even a timer to prove my point. The default settings for editing, if you're using just regular Builder Pro, which probably about majority of you guys watching this video use, is as follows. The main things that I want to talk about is the editing and confirming buttons, as well as building in general. So beer circle is what's used to not only switch your modes, meaning basically bring out your blueprints to build, but it's also the same button that's used for editing. And this creates so many complications when you're trying to edit or even build in general. Sometimes you'll try to make an edit on a wall and it'll bring out your blueprints, and then you'll start building and it just, obviously that's not what you want to do. And then other times when you're trying to actually build, it'll basically bring out your editing blueprints. You guys can obviously tell how complex that would be and just how many issues you could easily run into. So what a lot of people do is actually use a keybind for editing, which allows them to have instant edits. Now the default editing for Builder Pro, usually when you edit a wall, you have to hold beer circle for it to register. So that's obviously not instant edits. So you're taking about half a second to 2 seconds to make one simple edit. So basically, again, what I mentioned a lot of people do is set a keybind for their edit button, which is basically what I did. In fact, I binded my Y button, which will be Y on PlayStation controllers, for editing. This allowed me to have instant edits. Basically, I would no longer have any complications where I try to edit and bring out blueprints and vice versa. Also, on top of that, I didn't have to hold a button to edit. I simply could press it and I was already in my edit mode. This made it a lot easier, and to be honest, I think this is still a great solution to fix the regular default Builder Pro kind of complications you'd get. In fact, on my channel, I've kind of been talking about how well these keybinds are, and I will always stand by that. I truly think that this is like one of the best keybinds if you are not using the new meta I'm talking about. So basically, again, that's Y triangle for edit, and then what I use to confirm is B or circle, and this is where the new meta comes into play. So Y for editing and then B for confirming. So basically what I do to make a quick edit is, since I play claw, I use my index finger for both buttons. I'll press Y, then make my edit, and then press B to confirm. And if you're using basically not claw, which most people do, they'd use their thumb to press Y to make the edit, then right trigger to, of course, basically place in the edit, and then B for confirming. So using your same finger on different buttons, and that first of all is a huge red flag. Next, a lot of people basically said that instead of doing that, you should then just use the same button for editing. So a lot of people basically said that bypass this, they would use the same button for editing and confirming. And this does speed up the process just slightly a little bit, to be honest. So for me, I'd use Y to make my edit, right trigger of course to place in the edit, and then Y once again to confirm it. So from here, I'm not switching fingers to different buttons. I'm simply clicking Y, editing, and then clicking Y again, and I can do this in a pretty fast motion. Now the new meta, this is how it would look for me basically. I will still use Y or triangle to make my edit. After I place my edit, my confirm button is left trigger, and here's why. Basically, when you're using your same finger to use edit and then confirm, you're slowing down the process basically. Even if you try to bypass it by using the same button for edit and confirm, you're still using the same finger, and this is slowing you down quite a bit. So what we want to do is use whatever keybind we have always been using for edit, just to make it easier on us. And then we want to use the confirm button on our separate hand or just a separate finger overall. So another way I guess you could use is Y for edit, and then like left analog stick for confirm, or even switch those around. Left analog stick for edit and then Y confirm, because again, we're using separate fingers and even better, separate hands. And this speeds up the process significantly. So when I was using my regular edit, which is Y for edit and then B for confirm, I definitely had faster edits than most people. However, after I made the switch and I've been testing this out, the speed of my edits is literally unbelievable, at least for me. I will show you guys a comparison, and it's literally like less than a split second where I first make my edit and then confirm it. It is so fast, and also keep in mind the gameplay in the background when I share it with you guys. It's my first time ever doing it or using these binds, so I definitely do make a lot of mistakes. However, you can still see the speed nonetheless. And overall, this meta, to be honest, is kind of common sense if you think about it. If you have to tap, let's say, your iPhone screen as much as you can in about 30 seconds, the logical thing to do would not be to use your same finger and just repeatedly tap it over and over again like your thumb. Obviously, that's probably kind of fast. However, the fastest way to do it is to use 2 different fingers and tap it over and over and over again with each finger. And the same goes for editing in Fortnite with our keybinds. The second we press our button to make the edit, we can also press the confirm button in literally less than like a split of a second. It is ridiculously fast. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys a comparison of me using my original keybinds, then the keybinds of using the same button for edit confirm, and then lastly the new meta where I use my edit button on my right hand and then my confirm button on my left hand, which again is Y for edit and left trigger for confirm. So let's take a look at it. So as you guys could see, the difference in it is literally very significant. Especially playing in a game, I could definitely automatically see just how fast it was. So that is essentially the main meta that I wanted to share with you guys on how to make your edit faster. It's essentially just using 2 different buttons on 2 different hands or fingers for edit and confirm to allow us to speed up the process and literally split in half the time that it takes for us to edit. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video or found it helpful. A like would be very much appreciated. On the contrary, if you genuinely dislike today's video, then once again, by all means, feel free to leave a dislike. And if you're new around here and would like to see more daily Fortnite content like this in the future, then feel free to subscribe as well as turning on those post notifications. Anyways, my name is EndingGamertag. Thank you all for watching today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Adios.